Today we're going to look at changing a gear cable. If you change your gear cable regularly, that'll keep your gear shift really smooth and precise. Here are the tools you'll need for the job. 5mm Allen key, some good quality cable cutters, a Phillips screwdriver and some side cutters. First thing you need to do is drop it down the gears to get all the slack out of the cable. First thing you'll need is a Phillips screwdriver. You can remove the shifter window then, exposing the end of the cable. Then just cut the old cable and undo the clamp. You can then start to remove the old outer cable, which is a little fiddly on this bike because it's full length. Hang on to the old cable outer because you'll need to measure that against the new one later on. There's a barrel adjuster here on the shifter. Make sure that's wound all the way in so you've got plenty of adjustment when you come to refit the new cable. Push the cable out of the shifter and you'll see it appear in the window. Just give it a tug and bin off the old cable. Just going to remove the cable holders on this frame, which takes a little while. Measure up your new gear outer against the old one, then you can get perfect length. And cut the gear outer with a good quality pair of cable cutters. Pliers won't do it because they'll just end up smashing the cable up. When you've cut the end of the cable, it will come out slightly ovalised. Use the cable cutters just to squash it back into shape. And same on the other end. Right then, we need to get ourselves a new cable. Put the new cable back through the shifter and just pull it until the cable seats firmly inside the shifter body. Okay, so while you're holding the cable, keep some tension in it and just check that the shifter's operating cleanly. Just click all the way up through the gears and then back down again. And leave it resting in the bottom gear. Put cable cap on the gear outer. That'll stop the end of the cable from fraying and coming apart. Locate the end of the cable into the barrel adjuster at the top and then guide the cable outer where it needs to go onto the bike. Push the cable through the rear mech and locate it into the clamp. There's a small groove in here which will hold the cable nicely. All you need to do then is just put a little bit of tension in it with your hand and nip it up. Snug. Now you can use the frame clips or cable ties just to secure the cable. And just use the side cutters to trim the excess off the cable ties. Give the gears a quick spin through, just to check they're indexing properly. So just shift up through the gears. You might find the gears are slightly hesitant. That means that the cable's too slack. So if you just turn the barrel adjuster, quarter of a turn at a time, that'll just increase the cable tension until the gear slips in nicely. Once you've got the gears operating smoothly, you can cap the end of the cable, just trim off the excess and fit a cable cap to the end of the cable. Give it a tug to make sure it's secure. The last thing to do is fit the cover back on the shifter. Ready to go?